Hello and welcome to part 10. Oops, I'm not going to accept that. Welcome to part 10 of the Final Fantasy No Grind Challenge. I'm Benoit, and this in this segment I will get the rod and go back to the Earth Cave, and I probably will, depending on the time it takes me, I'll also try to do the second part of the Earth Cave, if everything goes well. Yeah, this part of the game is not very hard, so level 8 is gives me a third charge of arm 2. I'll take it. I really don't see how this could go wrong at this point. I mean, how the whole challenge could represent any challenge in effect. Mm. That was a pretty good harm. Okay, a productive round to say the least. I'm not going to grab the chest there. I think they're sufficiently out of the way that I shouldn't be grabbing them to be consistent with the challenge. Okay. The damage is so highly random. It's kind of ridiculous sometimes. Yeah, okay. So, while I'm looking at the damage during the round, I try to figure what enemies I'll attack the round after with what characters. Mm. Yeah, but in this case, they were all three of them were pretty in pretty bad shape, so it wasn't really an important decision. Yeah, there's the Great Axe there that is slightly better for regular battles than one of the fruity swords. But not sufficiently so that it's worth going out of my way to get it. And again, these kinds of battles normally I just skip. I just run from, because yeah, wolves don't give a lot of XP, and they're annoying to kill. Oh, come on, he's at 1. They have 72 HP. Yeah. Okay, it's yeah, they make it so that my mages have something to do, I suppose. Oh, also with my 8th level, my red mage has got a little HP boost, which will probably let him survive. Let him survive Ice 2. That Lich uses very early in the battle. Yeah, I'm just gonna use harm 2 here, because there's 7 of them, and I don't really want to take 2 rounds to kill them. I'd just rather get rid of them right away. Yeah, there's no guarantee that it kills all of them, but yeah. It looks like their magic defense is very low, and so the chances of the damage not doubling is uh, are um, are pretty low as well. For those of you who don't know the way the game mechanics have the spells working, it's so the for example harm 2 has deals damage in the range of 40 to 80, and it has some chance of doubling that amount. So it really does either in the range of 40 to 80 or in the range of 80 to 160. And the chance of the damage doubling depends on a hidden stat that is called magic defense, or it's not called anything since it's hidden, but people at GameFAQs usually call it magic defense. And so yeah, and for example, oops, maybe I shouldn't have used my last charge of harm 2 here. I may get into trouble because of it. I don't know. Probably not, but still. Yeah, so I was saying, for example, like Chaos has got the maximal amount for an enemy, that's 200. And at 200 magic defense, you're pretty much immune to any effect. Like, no spell will double its range of damage almost, and also all the spells that have a chance of failing will fail. Or then again, like not exactly all of them, but almost. Like there are some spells like Xfer, which by the way does nothing, but oops. What I want to do is cure myself, because these enemies, they do critical hits all the time. If you've watched the single segment run at speeddemosarchive.com, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like at that occasion, my White Mage was at full health, and he got a critical hit. Oh, come on! That warrants a reset. Yeah, that warrants a reset. It's annoying, but I mean, it's almost yeah. I think I'm losing 8 minutes here for no reason. Yeah, the fighters have a reasonable chance of killing ogres in one hit. Like, not such a big chance, but reasonable. So I'm letting them try. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it works. Okay, so this may or may not be sufficient there. Okay, so you see, had that been an ogre, it would have been enough. Okay. So now, seeing as I had to redo this segment, I won't be doing the second part of the Earth Cave right away. I'll be keeping it for the next part, just for part 11. And yeah, I know this is kind of a... Oh yeah, I notice how I didn't get a surprise attack against shadows. That's something, that's a pretty rare sight. Okay, so what was I saying again? Yeah, the pretty much the only danger at this point is getting killed by tigers, and I'm still not willing to run away from them, just to remain in the spirit, like I said, of the challenge. I figure my White Mage will not do a huge difference there, so I might as well send him to help the Red Mage, who's got the lowest chance of killing its target, his target. Yeah. So no. Okay, this way, this way. I suppose I don't remember how much HP the um, second wolf lost. Okay, that was apparently a good call. So now White Mage to the last werewolf, Great Wolf. Okay. Or yeah, probably this way. Yeah, something like that is better. Because now I have a lower chance of missing with my Red Mage than with my White Mage, and I wouldn't have any much use for the Red Mage otherwise anyway. Okay. All right. Yeah, and like this trip is far from finished. Yeah. I think the next challenge I do and next challenge I record, I'll be using the fast forward button all the time because this is I mean, it's not very constructive. There's not much to learn from that. There's not much to I'm not I'm not enjoying it, and you're probably not enjoying it as either. Apart from maybe listening to what I have to say. Um, and I don't know if what I have to say is relevant or not to you. Depends on your experience of the game, I suppose. Hmm. Okay, so I'll try, yeah, 2 fighters on that. And so I don't know if that was the right decision, but okay, yes, it was. Okay. Hmm. I like that in this power cycle it seems that I'm not encountering ghouls and geists on the world map, which is like they're the enemies that are most annoying because they really have a chance to get you into an endless cycle of paralysis. Yeah, apparently hammers are good against undead. No, it doesn't work that way, but anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to use my tents or my cabins, even if it would probably mean a much higher chance of getting through this segment without scars. I That probably means I should have bought more tents maybe. Like I bought the strict minimum for doing the earth cave without being bothered by resetting. So that is one tent at the entrance and one tent at the exit for both trips. So I bought 4 tents. I knew I picked up a cabin inside, but yeah, I don't know. Could have just bought 3 tents, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I wasn't tight on budget, so whatever. Tigers. Oh, I'm running from that. Am I? That's very good XP, but it's also very likely to get me killed. If they kill my white mage again or my red mage again, I will be very annoyed. I mean, they have only 25% chance, a 25% chance of a critical hit, and also only one chance in 8, well, one chance in 4 of hitting one of the mages combined. So the chances of me dying to this battle, or I mean losing my segment to this battle, is below 50%, and probably like below, I don't know, below 25% or something. But it's, yeah, it's still consistent. It's still relatively high. I mean, it's the highest point of risk for this segment. Okay, so I'm through. I went through it without problem this time. And there are tigers outside too. I don't know if there's one in my on my path, but I'll get a little nervous when I'm outside, in case I hit ghouls and geists too. I didn't check the encounter table before I started this, so I'm kind of driving blind there. Yeah, I don't expect Vcimdarf to kill the remaining Gerwolf there, but you never know. I mean, I had to put him somewhere, so and that was the wolf with the best profile. Okay, good. Apparently, I could have won last turn if I was had been a little more lucky. Okay. Um. So yeah, not going to Melmond. I'm just going to use a house, like I did in the single segment, which I recommend that you watch. By the way, it's I think it's interesting, and I think it displays interesting, well, nice strategies, and it's well, I suppose it's thrilling to watch at some point too if you're familiar with the game and what parts of it are dangerous and stuff like that. I mean, doing this game in one single segment is not something that is so easy to do, and in fact, I suspect that there's not all that many people who actually succeeded in doing that. Um, and by the way, yes, I'm talking to you people at GameFAQs. Um, yeah, I'm sure some of you have done it though, of course. Yeah. And if you haven't, well, and if you think you're good at doing challenges like hardcore or stuff like that, well, I suggest you try then, because it's and also don't think that it's all that dependent on the battle manipulation, because the first speedrun that I submitted like 9 months before the one that was accepted, I did it without battle manipulation, and it was actually easier to get a working run, because my route was less optimized, and it was looser. So okay, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this segment. This has been Benoit for the Final Fantasy No Grind Challenge, and I hope I see you next time. Goodbye.